I finally got a new vehicle, and it might not be what many of you expected, or maybe it was, but let's check it out. Today's video is brought to you by Lethal Garage Synthetics. If you guys didn't know, I've been an AMSOIL dealer for over 6 years and personally run AMSOIL products in my car, from engine oil, trans fluid, rear gear, brake fluid, etc. Have it all, even their coolant. And if you guys are looking to change your oil or change any of the fluids in your car and want to look for the best product available, hit the link down below in the description. You can sign up as a preferred customer, save 25% off on all of your orders, and on top of that, you can get free shipping. So check it out, hit the link below, and let's get to the video. What is going on, guys? Matt over here, Lethal Garage, and today I want to show you the newest vehicle to the Lethal Garage fleet. It may not be exactly what everyone expected, or maybe you did, but I want to talk today about why I picked this vehicle, what I was driving before daily, and I still have that daily, and the desire for this new vehicle and the future plans for it. So let's get right on into it. But if you didn't guess what it was from the intro, oh, Silverado Trail Boss. I should have started from the front. Let's wrap around here. So this is my brand new 2024 LT Trail Boss with the LT2 package, convenience package, safety package, basically everything, leather, all the greatness. I think there might have been one or two things not on the check box for this specific truck. Took quite a bit to get it. So first and foremost, a big shout out to Paradise Chevrolet for sticking with me and doing whatever they could to find a vehicle. They were working with multiple dealers. The dealers didn't want to give up the trucks that they had. I ended up actually finding this one. They called that inventory manager at that dealer. They have been known to never give up trucks. Ever. They literally have it listed like, do not call us for vehicle trades if the inventory number isn't this old or whatever. And somehow, some way, this truck was destined to be mine. They agreed. They got it shipped down to Paradise Chevrolet. Actually, Paradise Chevrolet drove up and picked it up and drove it back. Lo and behold, she's my new truck. So let's get into the nitty gritty. So initially, again, this is the LT Trail Boss, not to be confused with the custom Trail Boss. So the custom Trail Boss comes pretty much stripped down, still looks like a Trail Boss for the most part, but it doesn't have the new interior, the upgraded interior, and I'll show you that here in a second. The biggest reason why I went with this, as many of you guys know who've been following the channel, I've been looking at GMC AT4s, and I really like the AT4 and the GMC 1500 setup. I even like it in the 2500 setup, but Paradise had a better deal. As you guys know, I've purchased many vehicles from Paradise Chevrolet, multiple Suburbans, multiple Camaros, the old Daily, and a few other things, and now this truck. And my OG S10 I purchased from Paradise Chevrolet. So but this one spoke to me. So let's get into the nitty gritty of the vehicle. You guys have all seen the new Silverado. There's nothing really new on the exterior. This one specifically has the 18-inch wheels instead of the 20s. It does have the blackout package, which blacks out the Z01, the Duramax, the handles, the emblems up front, the rear, the bow ties, things that I would have paid for after the fact to swap out. So it's nice that it's already on there. Again, I didn't spec this truck out. It was already spec'd out and at another dealership. It does have the added side steps, but the interior is the goodness. So it did come with the Z71 floor mats. I believe that is an upgrade. I could be wrong, but man, all of the digital cluster. And as mentioned, the Duramax, it's the 3.0 liter Duramax diesel. Now, some people may be like, Lethal, why did you forsake the V8? Well, it comes down to, this is going to be mostly my new daily. I'm not going to drive it every day to work, but I'm going to try to drive it, or most of the time. And I wanted something that can get good gas mileage, because I'm coming from a Bolt EV. Yes, I bought a Bolt EV. It was, I don't want to say it was the worst decision ever, but as many of you know, I had a lifted Ram truck that was getting, anywhere from 12 to 17 miles a gallon. Commuting every day. It was pretty terrible. It was a very much base model truck at that time, and I needed something that was going to save me from this crazy California gas prices. And the Bolt EVs at the time were dirt cheap. Even my wife was shocked. She's like, "You came home with what?" I didn't buy an EV to save the world. I did it to save my pocketbook. It was a cheap car. I got out of my truck, broke even on that, and drove the Bolt EV, which is like a clown car for someone who's 6'5". And at the time when I purchased, over 300 pounds. I'm not 300 pounds anymore, but still 6'5", and the car is wearing down on my legs and joints, and it's hard to get out of, and I need it out. And on top of that, I needed a vehicle for my children to use. So the Bolt EV is going to be a family usage car. They can use it to go get groceries or run errands or go to karate or sports activities or whatever. My oldest son's getting his license. We're still building his 1970 Camaro, but it's just spent a lot more money on it. Still needs a lot more money to be spent on it to be finished, and that's that. So it's an extra car sitting over there. It's terrible. Let's never talk about that car again. Let's just pretend I never bought it. Can we do that? Probably not. You guys will hold that against me forever. So the big thing that the new Silverado grabbed my attention, and it's the same obviously as the GMC because they basically share the same interior. They have a few minor differences here or there, but the new interior in the Silverados is pretty sick. So it's got finally a screen that is worthy of saying, hey, the interior's decent. It's got a nice new info center for all the details that you need on the vehicle. I'm not going to go into the details here. If you guys are in the market for a truck, I'm probably going to do videos, just overview, talking about all the little details and stuff about the vehicle in that video. But today it's just sharing what I got and why I got it. So again, color was tough, and you may not think it shouldn't have been tough for me, right? Because my 2016 Camaro is a Summit White Camaro. I ended up settling, I say settling, for a Summit White truck because for the spec that I wanted and all the things that I wanted, there was literally none, at least on the West Coast, in the color that I wanted. I guess the silver that I wanted, I forget what it's called, ash metallic, I don't remember the name. That kind of matches my 71. So if you guys notice, I kind of trend towards colors around the projects that I'm working on. My 6th gen is basically done. The 71 has been a big project. It's the shark gray metallic, and this color of the truck was very similar to my car and my 71 Camaro. And I really wanted that color. I'm like, that would look sick, if I'm like towing the 71 anywhere. And I'm like, wait, I don't tow the 71 anywhere. I built that car to be a cruiser. I don't need the trailer for that. And I'm like, if I'm trailering anything, it's going to be lethal to drag events and stuff like that. So I'm like, okay, I'll settle for white. And that was when I found this specific truck, because I jumped off the color and was able to get this truck with the motor. And the other thing was the active cruise control. So if you don't know what active cruise control is, it's cruise control, but it brakes and accelerates based on the speed that you set it at, based on the traffic in front of you. It is the best stress reliever feature, and it's only a $500 upgrade on the vehicle that you can possibly have, because it takes away all the stress. Now, if you're someone who's like just on the gas and weaving in and out of traffic all the time, ACC is not for you. But if you're someone who can be patient and just pay attention in changing lanes and whatnot, and the vehicle just keeps your speed, your distance, all of that stuff, I'm telling you right now, I have commuted hundreds of miles each way for jobs and work in the past. I commuted from Temecula, California to Los Angeles daily for many years. And if I had active cruise control, oh my God, that job would have been so much better. Like, traffic stresses me the heck out, especially, some people are like, dude, how far did you drive? It was over 100 miles each way. And it was bad. It was bad. And ACC would have saved my life. Now I get to commute in this truck with ACC, and I don't have to worry about traffic. They're doing road work, they're doing whatever. I don't care if traffic gets down to 45 miles an hour. I don't care if it gets down up to 75 miles an hour. I'll set my speed and just cruising to work. It's gonna be great. That was a huge selling point. Leather in the vehicle was a huge selling point. Unfortunately, they don't do anything to the seats, like put any sort of badging for like Trail Boss or anything like that. I figured that would be a thing, but God, my ear is like itching. I swear a bee flew into my ear earlier, but sorry. I think the ZR2 has seat badging. That being stated, some of you would be like, why didn't you get the ZR2? Will I go off? This is a 4x4. Yes. Will I go off-roading? Maybe. Is my sole focus off-roading? No. I got the Trail Boss because I like the way it looks from factory. It's somewhat lifted. It's got a 2-inch, I think they call it a 2-inch leveling kit. I don't even think it's a lift. But the truck sits nice. It's got decent tires. I'm definitely going to change the wheels. That is going to happen. You can't, like, you don't run stock wheels. I mean, you can, but if you want your truck to be your truck, you kind of have to have something to personalize it. I feel wheels are the fastest way to do that. Definitely going to tint the windows. I didn't like the side steps. I didn't like these, but they're growing on me. And I don't know why they're growing on me, because I really like the amp steps that tuck underneath and you can't tell they're there. But then I'm like, this truck's not lifted. I don't need side steps. So I may keep these and just leave it like that. And that will save me money. So that's great. But you know, there's a few things here and there that are like, but it's nice. Like the whole front, like this is all, I'm pretty sure, fake leather. It's got the little hidden compartment here. It's got tons of storage. My kids are like, dude, how many storage compartments are there? I'll show you the back seat. The back seat's got a ton of storage too. It's got plugs. It's got phone chargers. It's got the brake trailer. Obviously the 4x4, 4 high, 4 low, and 2 high. The trailering mode and all that stuff on the infotainment center and being able to program trailers. It's got the 360 cameras, which I think is pretty cool. My Bolt. Oh God, I talked about the car. I said I'd never talk about it again. That old daily car had the 360 camera. Really enjoyed it. Never needed it for that car because it's like a go-kart. In a truck, I could definitely see the benefits already, backing into spots or pulling into places and stuff. Cameras are awesome. So if you can get the 360 camera set up, do it. Now, this specific truck did not have the bed view camera, but I believe Gen 5 DIY actually sells, like, I can buy the camera light and replace it and run the wire and add it. I think that's a thing. Maybe not, I don't know, but I'm gonna try it. So I'm gonna hit them up and find out. But it does have obviously the trailer hitch camera and all the other stuff. So I mean, just in general, it's a really nice truck. The seats are way more comfortable than my Dodge Ram 1500 was. It does have the heated seats. Unfortunately, it doesn't have vented seats. I thought this would have vented, but I think maybe the chip shortage just had the initial design not have it and they never rolled it out. I think vented seats might be available in the ZR2. I definitely think they're available in the GMC trucks. Maybe that's like one of the differentiators, which kind of seems shady as heck because many of the Suburbans and the bigger 2500s and Camaros and Corvettes have ventilated seats. So why can't the 1500 Silverado? It makes no sense to me, but it's got heated seats. So I guess I can't complain too much. I am now old, and since I've been working out, sometimes I wake up in the morning, I have lower back pain. Heated seats are amazing for that. It does have the adjustable driver side, so these are electronic with lumbar and all that greatness, so that's cool. I don't know, I'm just rambling here. What do you guys think? Do you guys like the Silverado? Do you have a Silverado? Do you have a GMC AT4, which would be the equivalent of this LT Trail Boss? I mean, this has all the safety features and functionality, and again, I'm not going to go into all the details. It does have the sliding rear window, which wasn't something I necessarily needed, but it does have it, so that's chill. And yeah, the floor mats, I already talked about those, and yeah, it's a truck. So I'm back in a Chevy truck. So now I add another Chevy vehicle to the fleet. So I got the 70 Camaro, 71 Camaro, the 16 Camaro, the 2024 Silverado, and that thing. Why did I buy that? But overall, super pumped to be back in a full-size vehicle that I don't feel like I'm gonna die in every day. This is my first 4x4 truck, so stay tuned for that initial 4x4 mode where I just go full crank and break everything. That, you know, that'll be fun, right? It's my first diesel truck, So there's quite a few things to keep in mind, especially when owning a diesel. Currently, most diesel vehicles, at least newer ones, all use DEF fluid to basically reburn the exhaust so they burn cleaner. It's supposedly on its way out, but it's in this vehicle, so it is another fluid that I have to track. It is tracked up on the dash, so that's great. Obviously, you can't run regular gasoline. It's a diesel truck, and so we'll have to use diesel. Diesel in California is expensive as hell. How much is diesel in your state that you're in? It's like $6 a gallon out here. It's insane. So hopefully that price comes down as we get into the summer and the summer blends come out, but right now it's not cheap. So at least this thing gets good gas mileage on the highway. So hopefully I'm not burning through 17,000 gallons of diesel. And yeah, that's the biggest change. I'm going from a car that used no gas whatsoever and had little to no maintenance to probably one of the highest type of maintenance vehicles that you can buy. And I'm okay with that because I wanted a full-size truck. So I kind of talked about like why I wanted to get this truck. And I'm gonna close this door because I think the sun's like blowing out my face. But so my wife has a, what year is it? 2023, 2022 Wagoneer. I don't even know what year it is. It's not the Grand Wagoneer, it's the Wagoneer. So I'm not that big of a baller. But that being stated, it can tow the 71 perfectly fine. Like I took my 71 quite a few different places as I was working on it interior wise. We redid the hood, so I brought it down to Escondido and stuff. Tow that car, no problem. My white car, you can sense it struggling a little bit. It was on the upper end of its tow capabilities. My trailer's not light, so in all fairness, like I was maxing it out. And usually when we would go places, we'd have multiple people inside the vehicle. So we were hitting the tow capability of the Wagoneer. Now, my wife and children don't always come to every single event or the things that I want to go do. And so I don't want to take that vehicle from my wife and then have to leave her with a car that only has 4 seats. I have 6 kids. With her, that's 7. She needs a 7-seater at least vehicle when I'm not around. And I don't want to take that from her and leave her stranded or make her have to stay home and not be able to go do things. And that I just feel like that's not fair. So I needed a vehicle that I can use to tow my trailer and tow my car if and when I go to events or do things with my cars. And so that kind of led me to the Silverado. Now, did I need the Trail Boss and all the goodies and all that stuff to make me happy? No, I didn't have to, but I knew if I didn't get the Trail Boss, I would probably get an LT or an RST, and then I'd go down the path of lifting it and getting new wheels and tires and the bed liner and the list goes on and on. You guys know how this goes. We can't not just modify, we can't not modify a car. It's not possible. So in theory, I need this truck to get good gas mileage, so I'm not going to lift it. I'm not going to change the tire size. I'm not going to do anything like that. I will change the wheels because I feel that's a stylistic thing and makes your truck unique to you. So there's that. And honestly, all the other little stuff is cosmetic, like maybe adding more functionality to the truck that it doesn't have, and like such as the bed camera. That would be cool to have. But do I need it? No. Is it even possible? I don't know. I got to find out from Gen 5 DIY, and it's probably not going to be cheap. So, and I am sweating. It is hot in here with no air blowing. So my wife's going to have her vehicle. We leased that Wagoneer, so we don't even know if we're going to stay in a Wagoneer or if we're going to attempt to get something different for our massive size family. We need 8-seater vehicle. There's not many 8-seater vehicles on the market. We love the Wagoneer. It's a great vehicle, but we definitely want, if we keep it or stay in a Wagoneer, we definitely want to upgrade to the new long model, so the Wagoneer L, because it has a lot more storage and will allow us to put our whole family in there, plus all of our suitcases and whatnot when we travel cross country to events or even just as a family wanting to go see the country, because we actually enjoy doing that. That's one thing that we like to do. So yes, that's where we're at. So we got the Wagoneer for the family vehicle, Silverado for my daily and lethal garage activities. We have the unspeakable car for the kids to use, because I'm a prime believer the first vehicle that your child owns should be something that embarrasses them. So, I lived in embarrassment for 3 years. They can do it for a little bit. And it's nice that they won't have to worry about gas. Like, at the end of the day, it cost me a little bit of money to charge that car so they can use it, and they're not going to have to like fork money out of pocket for fuel to if they get a job or want to go somewhere. And you know, for me, electricity is way cheaper than gas currently. Well, it's not way cheaper, but it is cheaper, and there's no payment on that car, so it's why not keep it, not have a fuel cost for the kids when they need it, and it just makes sense. And then obviously my big old V8 race car, my 16 Camaro, I got my V8 there. I got my 71 with an LS7. We got Kyle's 70, well, I should say the boys 1970 with a now 355 V8. So we got plenty of V8s, and this Duramax diesel, I'm pleasantly surprised on how torquey this thing is. When you take off and go, it's pretty nice. So I'm gonna do drive videos and all the other stuff because I'm excited. Again, it's been a long time. If you guys missed my video on where I've been, check that out. That went live before the new vehicle live video. But yeah, I'm excited. So thanks for checking out the video. Thanks for being longtime subscribers. Most of you guys are probably subscribers of the channel watching this. If you're new to the channel and this video is new to you and you're like, he has no other truck videos outside of Dodge Ram stuff, well, that's because I just got this truck and I've never had a Silverado before. I've had plenty of Suburbans, which you may see in the channel, but that's about it. So it's basically the same thing, but you know, full cargo. But that's it. That's all I got. Thanks for checking out the video. Super excited to have this truck. And until next time, guys, I'll see you on the road.